I'm David Capay, the Food Whisperer, and today this is my kitchen.
Hey everybody, welcome to Walkie Farm. My name is Jacob Wolki and we run a 45 hectare mixed operation farm right here in Albury. And something that's really important to us here at Walkie Farm is doing the right thing by the animals. We want to be the voice for the voiceless, and we believe that by treating animals appropriately and humanely for their context, that we're going to have beautiful, high quality, tasty, nutrient dense food for our consumers. And if we can get all those things right, treating animals right, treating the environment right, and producing a great product, we're gonna have a really engaged community, create jobs, stimulate local economy on a really small land holding. 45 hectare to be a working farm is something quite different and special in Australia. So really excited to have Dave Capay and the Miss Emily team here today, showcasing a bit of what we do, and I can't wait to wrap my lips around it later.
We are out here at the most beautiful scene out here at Walkie Farm. We've been into Lavington this morning at the Walkie Butcher, all organic. We've picked up this amazing pork shoulder, and today I'm here at the farm. I've picked all our vegetables. This is real paddock to plate cooking. This is what ignites the passion inside us chefs. So today I'm going to be cooking a crazy classic Italian dish, maiale al latte, which means pork braised in milk with all these amazing vegetables. It is going to be one of the best yet. So our pork folks, raised and grown and fed all beautifully. You can hear the chickens in the background. Look at this beauty. It is just phenomenal. The flesh, the skin, it is just a pure ingredient. So we are going to start by just breaking it down. I don't want to use the skin today, but you can keep the skin at home, fry it up, or use it as some garnish for another time. So like I said, we just want to remove the meat away from that skin. So we want to cut it into some kind of nice chunky bits. If the pieces are too small, they're going to dry out. So we have our beautiful pieces here of Walkie Farm organic pork shoulder, no skin. Just going to drizzle a little bit of oil over here and season them first. Season them quite generously with some sea salt and some cracked pepper. The wind is a bit windy out here on the farm, so my pepper's blowing all over me. I tell you, this is just magic. It does not get any better as a chef to be able to wake up in the morning, come out here, use beautiful organic produce, pick the vegetables and the herbs out of the garden, and set up here in the middle of Thaguna and cook with the cows and the pigs and the chickens. There they go again. This is what it's all about, folks. This is real cooking, and this is what chefing means to us. All right, so we're ready to seal our pork shoulder now. Nice seasoning, salt, freshly cracked pepper into a relatively hot pan here, okay? You can see some smoke starting to happen now. In with our butter. So we're adding olive oil and butter here. So the two working together is going to help neither of them burn, okay? Just butter, the butter will burn. Just olive oil, your olive oil will burn. So we're making a mixture here. We want to get our butter nice and foaming. You can see we are cooking, and that is going to seal our pork beautifully. Look at that. So I've had the pork searing in that beautiful foaming butter olive oil for about 3 minutes now. You can see the caramelization on this pork is just extreme. That's all the natural fats and sugars. Look at that. That stickiness and crust around the pork is going to start catching a little bit on the bottom of the pan, which is then going to make our sauce at the end so extreme. When we deglaze with a bit of wine, bit of Del Zotto wine, and add our milk and cook this for about an hour, it is going to be the tastiest pork anyone will ever eat. So I've just flipped over all our pork. It is beautiful and caramelized. I'm excited about this already. It's time to start adding some of our other flavorings in, some of our other aromatics, our herbs and our garlic. And they're gonna hit that hot butter and oil, start browning, the herbs are gonna start popping. And this is where all these flavors and all these marriages of flavors come together and create the magic. Okay, so we've got some fresh garlic here. We're just gonna crush this with the bottom of our palm. Skins are going in, everything's going in. So I'm gonna strain the sauce at the end. We just wanna crush that. There's no point throwing it in whole because none of that flavor is gonna escape. So we just wanna lightly smash our garlic. I've got 8 cloves here. All right, get that in there. Make sure it hits the butter. All right, the smell of this already is just insane. So now we're starting to talk about all of our amazing flavors that go with pork. Pork, garlic, I've got the sage from the garden, I've got lemons from the garden, bay leaves, rosemary, all these herbs, all these fresh organic produce is gonna make this dish head and shoulders stand out from the rest. I've also got some thyme. Okay, let's get that into the fat, into the oil, into the butter. Some rosemary, beautiful fresh organic rosemary. Chuck it in there, all right? It's all getting strained. We want it all to hit that oil and start cooking. Lemon as well. Grab our peeler. Oh. We just want 3 really good bits of lemon. Okay, so our herbs have been in there with our pork for about 2 minutes now. Our pork is beautifully sealed both sides, okay? So we're gonna deglaze our pork now. It's beautifully caramelized. We're gonna hit it with some white wine. We're using Del Zotto Pinot Bianco today. And you can hear that, bang. That's the cooking process being stopped. Wiggle the pork bits around and make sure we're releasing any sticky bits off the bottom of the pan. All of our herbs are submerged in that liquid. Now we're making a stock. Now we're making our sauce. So our wine is down to a glaze now. Nearly ready to add our Riverina fresh milk. Okay, always support local. Just want to taste this. The wine, the alcohol's cooked out. I can already taste the lemon and all those herbs. It's so fresh. The flavor of the pork, that organic pork, is so strong and beautiful and delicate already, and we've only been cooking for 5 minutes, so this is the start of something special. So our Riverina Fresh local milk is in. Our pork is almost fully submerged, about 3/4 of the way up. We just want to hit another good pinch of salt and some freshly cracked pepper. And it's important now we bring this liquid up to the boil before we pop the lid on, and we're going to let it simmer for about 45 minutes. Check it after that. What's going to happen is your milk is going to curdle. It's okay, don't be alarmed, it's all part of the process, and I'll show you how to finish off your curdled delicious milk sauce very soon. Okay, our stock, our milk has come to the boil now. We're just going to lower the temperature, lid on, set and forget, 45 minutes. Let's enjoy some of this magical scenery. Okay folks, our pork is simmering away beautifully. It is time to cook our beautiful vegetables that we have hand-picked out of the ground here at Walkie Farm. I'm super excited to do this and so grateful to bring this dish to you live out here in Walkie Farm. So what I want to do first, I have a pot of boiling water on here. I'm going to blanch these vegetables for about 5 minutes and then drain them off and then switch over to a frying pan and get really good caramelization on the vegetables, deglaze with a bit of fancy schmancy Chardonnay vinegar, and we'll marry the dish together with our beautiful braised pork. Okay, so water, salt, again, very important. What I want to do here is make a little stock for these vegetables to cook in. So I'm going to add a few star anise. These aniseedy flavors are going to tie in beautifully with our fennel and also our carrots. So we have some fennel seeds, obviously our salt, a couple of these bay leaves from the garden. And then before we start cooking any vegetables, I'm going to let this boil for about 15 minutes. The water is going to start changing color a little bit. It's okay, it's going to go a little bit of an off green. But what we're doing is creating a great flavor base for our vegetables instead of plain water. It's going to have that beautiful aniseed flavor running through our vegetables. So our water has been bubbling away here for 15 minutes. It's changed a little bit of color. It's a little bit army green. It's okay. It's hot. It's salty. It's aniseedy. It is the perfect vessel now to cook our beautiful organic vegetables. I'm going to blanch these for about 5 minutes and then take them out of there and swap over pans so we're ready to fry these later. Okay, our beautiful organic vegetables have been blanching now for about 5-6 minutes. So let's just start removing our carrots, our beautiful fennel. Look at the color, that bright Kermit the Frog green. Our bay leaves, our carrots. Now we're not going to cook with all this, we're going to take it out, so don't panic. This is all the flavor. This is where all the flavor is. And we're going to sit these aside and get our pan on, make our beautiful fresh herb dressing, and we're almost ready to eat. So whilst we were walking through that amazing veggie patch, I saw all these herbs and I just thought to myself, this dish needs a little salmorejo. Now, salmorejo is another classic Italian recipe. It's a herb, garlic, lemon dressing, classically made with oregano and parsley, but today I'm going to use what we have on hand, and I saw all this beautiful fennel. I'm going to use the tips of the carrot, and then this amazing broad bean leaf. So it's nearly springtime, or it is springtime. The broad beans are nearly ready. These leaves are nearly as good as the actual bean itself. So I'm going to make a little samarillo today to finish our rich and hearty and milky pork dish, and it's just going to be the perfect accompaniment. Okay, so into the mortar and pestle, we have our carrot tops, our fennel tops, and our broad bean leaves. We're just going to add a pinch of salt. The salt's going to add as an abrasive. We are also going to add the tiniest smidge of garlic here, 1/16 of a clove of garlic, and now we're going to pound it up. It does take a little bit of elbow grease, but it is worth all the effort, trust me. Okay, so our herbs have been busted up by me into a nice green paste here, okay? Nice and smooth. What we want to do now is incorporate a little bit of acid, just a little bit of our organic lemons from Walkie Farm, a little bit of acid, and then we're going to incorporate some olive oil, okay? And this is going to bring our dressing together. Okay, our olive oil is in, our lemon juice is in. Have a look at that. Out of our organic veggie patch, we have come up with this beautiful, vibrant, fresh tasting samarillo herb dressing that's going to go beautifully over our braised pork and milk. So our pork is nearly done. The smells coming out of this thing is intense. We have our vegetables ready to cook now. I've got a pan on, and it's time to bring this paddock to plate masterpiece together. So in our pan here, I've just got a little bit of olive oil. Our blanched vegetables are here, our beautiful carrots, organic, our fennel. I've got some cavallonero here, Tuscan kale, also some cannellini beans. So we're going to make a kind of little vegetable fricassee to go with our pork underneath. Then we'll put our tender pork on top with our samarillo. So vegetables in. We want this to be quite hot because we're trying to get some nice caramelization on our vegetables. So make sure all your vegetables, the surface is down and they're really absorbing some of that hot oil. And our Tuscan kale, cavallonero, black cabbage, okay, classic Italian ingredients going superbly here with our maiali al latte, milk braised lamb. Cavallonero goes in. Everything's been washed. Our vegetables have been pre-blanched in that aniseed water, the star anise, the fennel seeds, the salt, everything's seasoned. Now we're just adding that little bit of depth of flavour by getting some nice caramelisation on the vegetables and a little bit of colour. In with our cannellini beans. Look at that, our nice cavallonero here. The heat is starting to bring out that bright green colour. We're just going to hit it with a little bit of this beautiful Chardonnay vinegar. That's going to dress our vegetables beautifully. Then hit it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to kill the heat now. And we're just going to toss in a few of our fennel tops, the tips of the fennel. Okay, all these beautiful things growing 50 meters away from us. It's quite magical and a real romance. And then these beautiful colors, we're going to set this aside and we're ready to plate up. Our beautiful organic pork braised in milk is ready. The aromas are incredible. What we want to do now is remove our pork from the sauce. We're just going to set that aside. I'm going to strain our milk sauce here, which is a little bit curdled. Remember, it's okay, we want that, that's fine. We're going to strain it into this pot. We're going to whiz it up, reduce it down a little bit, just like we do in the kitchens when we're making jus or sauces. Then we're ready to plate our maiali al latte. So what I'm doing now is pushing through all that beautiful liquid, and we'll also be pressing down on the garlic that's in there, all that flavor. We're going to be left with the most amazing flavored sauce that will blitz up and finish our paddock to plate cooking out here at Walkie Farm. Okay, so let's plate up baby fennel, the cavallonero. Look at the color on those carrots. We've got some beautiful cannellini beans. Okay, we'll make a nice little bed there for our pork. This is real food, ladies and gentlemen, real food. Star of the show, our beautiful milk braised pork shoulder, organic Walkie Farm pork shoulder. We're gonna go over the top now with our milk jus. Look at that. This is salivating vision. And then to finish, we've got our salmorejo here. Remember our salmorejo, our herb dressing. We're gonna finish, look at the color on that. We're just gonna spurt this around. Let's finish the dish also with some of our beautiful broad bean leaves. Just gonna scatter them around. They've wilted a little bit in this September sun, but it's okay. Look at that. This is restaurant quality in the middle of a paddock. So ladies and gentlemen, this is serious food that doesn't cost the earth. We're out here at the beautiful Walkie Farm. Everything's organic, everything is amazing, and paddock to plate cooking does not get any better than this. So again, thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have. See you all next time, and don't forget to support local, and you can have delicious food like this in the comfort of your own home. See you next time. Yep. Woo. Beautiful carrots, look at the colour on those things. This is next level. A little bit of curd splitting here. I'm going straight for the veggies. Oh, that fennel is incredible.
I'm really enjoying that bean leaf.
Yeah, broad bean leaf, yes.
I've been sitting there waiting for the beans to grow, and I could have been getting the flavour out of the leaves the last 6 weeks.
Awesome.
Done it again.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much. Thank you. For everything Miss Emily Gourmet, please follow the link below. Check out our website, Facebook and Instagram.